What is up, everybody? Welcome back to part 2, or welcome to part 2 about my character tour and Injustice Gods Among Us for mobile. So, we're just starting back off with Doomsday, Regime Doomsday. So, him, okay, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't really tried much of him, you know, which is weird. I know he's like rank 3. But yeah, like, mostly I just used him because I had no choice in the matter. But yeah, like, Regime Doomsday, I never really used him much, you know? Even in my other profile, it's weird, I never really used him, you know? So, this is weird. His ability's not bad, though. When you knock someone out, his next attack won't be unblockable, you know? So you could, like, just whittle the enemy down with another character and then knock him out with him just to do another attack against the other character. You know, that's a strategy. Never personally had any use of him, though. Not that much, at least. And, yeah, that's about it. I guess his stats are okay. His health is pretty decent, I guess. Yeah. I don't know what else to say, really. But yeah, he's okay. He's okay for sure.
Green Arrow.
No, Green Arrow. Oh my god. You know, we're gonna do
Green
a
Arrow.
bonus right here, okay? We're gonna be talking about both Green Arrow and Insurgency Green Arrow. Both of them being the worst cards in their respective rank. Let me repeat that. Green Arrow and Insurgency Green Arrow are the worst cards of their rank. What do I mean by that? Green Arrow is not a good silver card.
Green Arrow.
Like, he's the worst silver card.
Green Arrow.
And Insurgency Green Arrow is the worst bronze card. Let me explain why.
Green Arrow
has... let's start with one thing. His ability sucks. Okay? This damage is not relative to, like, say, how powerful the attack is. Right? Green Arrow deals damage whenever he blocks an attack. Doesn't sound bad, right? That sounds pretty good. But that damage is not that much. No matter what attack they do to you, is always going to be like a really small number. So whenever they do a basic attack on you, it's going to take that same small number, right? Versus a special attack that they do on you, which is going to do the same small number. It's not a good ability. You could have gave him something actually decent, and you gave him that stupid ability, really stupid ability.
Green Arrow.
For him, he has tactics, which honestly I don't know whose is even more useless. Insurgency Green Arrows or regular Green Arrows? I don't know. Green Arrow and his teammates deal 5% increased damage on all attacks. That is literally nothing. Like, what? Oh wow, we do like what? Maybe 50 more damage for the most part. It's like, man, that sucks so
Green
bad.
Arrow. Green Arrow.
Like, holy hell, that is actually stupid. Like, you know? And their stats, both their stats are horrible. And their playstyle is you know, But definitely their stats are the worst among their rank. You know? It's like Green Arrow doesn't have really decent attack, especially Insurgency Green Arrow. And they don't really have that good of defense either. Like, yeah, they could take some hits, but he's definitely not a glass cannon or anything. He's not a cannon, period, but he's definitely not a glass one either. But man, they could do him a little bit better, man. They really can. But yeah, thankfully they fixed that with the gold Green Arrows. Thank God. Like, all the gold Green Arrows are actually pretty damn good, you know? Or I guess all 2 of them. I don't know how many there are, but yeah, These guys suck. They're actually the worst in the tier. Both silver and bronze. I want to talk about something else real quick. This freeze arrow actually used to be a lot better, but they nerfed the hell out of it for no reason. You know, when you use this and hit the opponent, they would freeze, right? Okay, same thing here. Well, before, when you froze your opponent, the first attack you did, it didn't matter. The first attack, whether it was a basic, heavy, or special, did extra damage, ×2 damage. It didn't matter what it was. Could have been a special attack, you know, like the first hit of the special attack, taking full or extra damage. So that was the awesome part, you know. Oh man, but now he doesn't have that ability anymore.
Green arrow.
Yeah, he could like have the power go down. That's nice, but honestly, he's among the worst to do it. It doesn't really go down all that much, if you ask me. You know, it really doesn't. Like, Nightwing has a better playstyle. He has better stats overall, and he does the power drain better because he drains more power. You know. Green Arrow doesn't really do that much, or Insurgency Green Arrow doesn't even do that much. Sucks. Alright, moving on though.
Green Lantern.
Now, regular Green Lantern. I'm gonna have to say, he's actually among like the best bronze cards ever. Yeah, like his ability.
Green Lantern.
Being energy shield. Excuse me. Like the fact that once per match, right? When you go below 40, he takes 50% less damage for 8 seconds. He survived some gold attacks in his current form. You know. He's only rank 1, level 15. Like, bruh, come on. That's amazing. That's actually amazing. And like I said, he actually does really decent damage. If you ask me, he's better at what Green Arrow does, right?
Green
Way
Lantern.
Better. And he could actually attack. You know? So that's actually really impressive. So, yeah, overall, he's, again, not bad. And yeah, I didn't even upgrade him all that much, so yeah, he could be even better. So,
Green Lantern.
now we got John Stewart Green Lantern. My favorite Green Lantern. Not really in this game, though. Like, if I'm being honest, like, the Regime one is actually better. I never really played the Yellow Lantern one. I'm sure he's good. But unfortunately, I don't have him in any of the versions, so I don't know. So John Stewart Green Lantern, though, he's don't get me wrong. Defensively, he's a pretty good one. He really is. His stats are okay. You know, like they could definitely be better, in my opinion, but they're not horrible either. Yeah, his ability, Energy Barrier. Whenever you or your teammates reaches 20% health, a barrier appears, making your character invulnerable for 4 seconds. And yeah, that can only happen, as you can imagine, only once per match. Like, I think that's a little too low, right? Like 20. But like, hey, that's pretty useful for the computers, of course. But yeah. But overall, like, he pretty much has the same type of attacks. He has this one, which is a decent damaging first attack, like the other ones. And this one is actually a pretty decent damaging attack, like for a second special, which is some that other Green Lanterns don't have, but like, you know, the regular one does. You know, the bronze one. He has a decent second damaging attack. And then the special, you know, like he's pretty much par for the course when it comes to all the other stuff, right? So yeah, but defensively though, he can be pretty decent, you know, he really can. So yeah.
Green Lantern.
Oops, wrong one. Okay.
Green Lantern.
So now we have New 52 Green Lantern. Yeah, so honestly, his second attack stuns. That's awesome. Pretty decent first attack. Pretty cool. And then his ability, which I'm not crazy about, is basically like a health version of Insurgency green arrows, where it just increases 5 maximum health for him and his teammates. Not really that special, but his stats are kind of decent actually for bronze. So, you know, take what you could get from that. You know, there's not really much else to say about him.
Green Lantern.
All right. So this is Regime Green Lantern, my favorite Green Lantern so far in Injustice, right? Yeah, him, he's the best. His ability allows him and his teammates to gain 25% more power generation. That is amazing. So like, say if you got a really annoying challenge like, oh, dampening field, where, you know, you get less power overall, this guy could fix that. Like, straight up, he could fix that. It's like you don't even lose power, you know, or you don't lose power over time. It's great. It's amazing. And like overall, like with some characters that desperately need a good power generation ability, this guy got that too. It's like this makes him work with any teammate, you know. So him being a silver
Green
card
Lantern.
is honestly a blessing in disguise. I mean, I would like him to be gold, obviously, but him being silver is actually a blessing in disguise because he helped a lot throughout this, throughout the unfair single player. Okay, he really did. Yeah, like there's just so many parts.
Green
So
Lantern.
like, in his second attack, it has a chance to stun, which is not bad, but that's not something really. Excuse me. That's not really anything to have for like a second attack, because I'd rather that be a damaging attack, you know what I mean? And it's like, it being a chance to stun means that, you know, it's obviously not going to be that powerful. Like 4K, that's not really that much damage for a second attack. If you do, oh, I mean, yeah, I guess if you do like 2 of these, it'd be just a little bit more, but still, that's a little bit more, you know? And that would still just be 5K. Like just a little bit over 5K. The only decent one is his special attack on doing damage, and you know, that's why that's not really good. So that's his Achilles heel to me, his second attack. That's it. You know? And now I'm not saying that you can't take advantage of it, clearly you can, but you know, I'd much rather it be a damaging attack. Not really a chance to stun type of deal. It was gonna be that weak at least.
Harley Quinn.
So yeah, we got Harley Quinn. So Harley Quinn, I don't really use much. Honestly, throughout the whole use of this game, like
Harley
at least
Quinn.
the regular Harley Quinn. So yeah. But her ability is actually not so bad when teamed up with the Kokor. You know, it's actually not so bad. Both Harley and Joker deal 25% more damage. That's actually not bad. Pairing her up with, you know, any Joker, even in early game, right? Yeah, it's not bad again, but it's like, I don't know, could have been better too, you know? So, I mean, obviously she's a bronze. She's a good support too with her second attack, which again could have a unblockable bomb for damage, which is decent damage for a bronze. Team damage boost, you know, or team health gain. So yeah, she has almost a whole shebang there. And again, she's not a horrible bronze card either. Like, in fact, she's probably one of the best if you use it right. I'm not gonna lie, you know. But there's not really much to say about this Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn.
Arkham Knight Harley Quinn. Oh boy, she's a good damaging one. She's a good support, and she's actually even better for Joker, right? If the Joker's knocked out, Harley's on Harley's team, she gains full power. So say if you have like the Silver Joker or any Joker actually, and they get knocked out, you know, but I would probably use one of the Insurgency the Insurgency Joker or the regular Joker with her, because they could like just you know, randomly take 30 like 30 or over that, 30% of health away from the opponent when they die. That's free damage, right? And then you switch to her and she has full power, and you can probably already kill them at that point, or at least almost kill them. So yeah, she was actually pretty good, and she still has the same support, if not done better, right? Obviously. So no, she's really good. She is. This one's really good.
Harley
And
Quinn.
the Suicide Squad Harley Quinn, her stats are amazing in of itself. Like her stats are actually really damn good. So yeah, and of course she has the same things right here, but she has a caveat though. She has an extra trick in her bag of tricks attack, right, in her support move. So if you have Suicide Squad Deadshot, he actually turns the dynamite into C4, which is amazing. And then if you have the Suicide Squad Joker, the picture that you use him for, that boosts the team's attack, will actually bring Joker out for an attack, the Suicide Squad Joker, to be more clear, for an attack, and you still get the team boost. Like, that's amazing. That's actually really good. Probably making her the best Harley Quinn. I'm not sure. I'm actually not sure. So yeah, man, these are good, but unfortunately I don't really have many Suicide Squad. Like I'm trying to get, what's his name? If they ever bring him back, Deadshot. So, let's see about that.
Hawk Girl.
So Hawk Girl, the Blackest Night Hawk Girl, she is not bad either. She's actually pretty good, especially if you team her up
Martian
with
Manhunter.
Blackest Night, Martian Manhunter. Yeah, no, she's really
Hawk
good
Girl.
in her ability. She receives 15% health back when anyone is in the battle, if anyone in the battle is knocked out. That's actually really good, and that's anyone. It doesn't even have to be a Blackest Night character. Now, for the Blackest Night character, who is knocked out, she'll receive 20% health. So, you don't exactly have to have a Blackest Night character with her. You really don't. So that's actually pretty good. I did not expect that. Poisonally, I did not expect that. So, and her second attack is a pretty decently damaging second attack. So, and her first attack has a chance to stun. That is amazing. That's actually awesome. So yeah, overall she's not bad at all. She does decent damage. She's a good support. I'm really, that's all you can ask for, right? Well, unfortunately, this is the only Hawk Girl I have.
Lex Luthor.
Now, Lex Luthor, the Insurgency Lex Luthor, he's pretty decent, but I got him pretty late, as you could see. He's only level 12. He doesn't have any ranks. Yeah, no, he's not super useful to me right now. And his attack, or his ability, where him and his teammates get 25% increase on their health, again, not really that much. It doesn't do a difference. That's why I don't really like those stat-based or group stat-based things. Unless it's like really significant, it doesn't do anything. So don't listen to that. And honestly, he's not that good. He's just not that good. Especially if you have better cards already. So
Lex Luthor.
and even Crypto Lex Luthor is still not that good either. I mean, he's really not. And I actually had him as one of my first gold cards, so which makes
Lex
him
Luthor.
completely irrelevant.
Lex Luthor.
So Particle Shield, him and his teammates gain 30% increase on their health. Literally the same as the other guy. The exact same. They didn't even change much of that. He could have had a much better ability, but no, let's just take from the other guy and then let's give him 30% more instead. Like, that's so stupid. He has a pretty decent damaging second, second special. That's the same with the silver one, but this, obviously he's a little bit better because he's gold. And obviously he is a power drainer, so I'm not trying to take that away. He's pretty good at that too. He's actually pretty bulky, so him being a power drainer is pretty decent. But again, there are other better power drainers, like, again, his playset is not bad either, but I just don't have the patience to really use him. He's not that good to me, personally. He's really not.
Martian Manhunter.
So Blackest Night Martian Manhunter. His ability being cycling through buffs, right? So when you turn when you turn like red or something, that's when life drain commences, and then when you turn yellow, that's when your increased power generation comes, and then blue is when your increased defense. It cycles through those, so you can't control it, but still, you could like the best thing to do is honestly just be on your toes with that, because he actually saved my life a lot with that. When I didn't, yeah, no, when I was doing a challenge or something. Then I don't know if they needed him specifically, but even at that, like it's like, oh my god, I don't get it. Like, how is he this good and he's only level 14? I don't know. Like, I actually don't know. I don't know what to say other than he's actually pretty damn decent. He's actually pretty damn decent, you know? It's crazy. And the second attack is a decent set, you know, damaging. First is decent first, you know what I mean? It's like not really anything different there from a lot of characters. But hey, what are you gonna do? You know?
Nightwing.
And then we got Nightwing, one of my favorite characters actually. In the game. Actually, even the regular Nightwing, I actually love a lot. I do. He's pretty damn decent. Or he's one of the best power draining cards, even alone, even without what's his name, right? It's actually amazing. All I can say is that he is my favorite bronze card, and his ability, taking 25% less damage, even though his silver counterpart does have 50% less damage when taking the basic attacks. He's still pretty damn decent for a bronze. He really is. So yeah, not bad.
Raven.
So yeah, and then we got Raven over here, who's actually stupidly overpowered. When she gets 20% health or below 20% health, she swaps health with her opponent. Now bosses are protected, but I actually used to abuse that myself, so you can blame me for that little quirk right there. You can actually blame me for that. I was actually one of the reasons why that has changed. I used to do that with the bosses. It was a free 80% health basically taken away from them. Over 80% of their health taken away. You know? So yeah, she was overpowered with that. And of course they changed that for the single player, you know. But her second attack, pretty decent. First attack, pretty decent. But again, her ability is where she actually shines. Her playstyle's not that good to me, but dude, her ability is what's stupidly annoying too when computers use her, right? Really annoying. So she's not fun to go against, and she's not fun for your opponent if you have her. So, yep.
Raven.
Now, Regime Raven, I don't really know what to say. She's not that good. So, well, when she gets below 40% health, she has this mode where all her basic and heavy attacks, I don't know why they only call it basic attack, basic and heavy. Like, her basic and heavy attacks drain power every time you hit them. That's not bad. You can actually pair that up with some decent, whatchamacallit? Some decent gear cards, you know? But I don't have those decent gear cards. Excuse me. So, yeah, stay with me now. Her second attack is decently damaging, and her first attack is decent with damage. Yippity-doo-dah. So she's not really that special other than, you know, obviously below 40% health, she drains power every time you hit, but you know, she's not that good to take advantage of that in my opinion. So that's unfortunate, you know.
Raven.
Now Teen Titans Raven. Teen Titans Raven is one of the best cards probably to exist. She is actually one of my most strongest cards. She really is. Not because she was ranked 2. That was actually recent, by the way. So her special attacks have a 25% chance to drain health and power. That's actually really good. And yeah, like she receives all of it, obviously. But yeah, that's pretty damn good in of itself. But then you have her second attack, which is stupidly overpowered. Like, It really is. She like does attack after attack after attack in there, so I think it's really good. To the point where you're able to use her, and her stats are so good where you could utilize her everything, right? So it's like she's pretty decent as a support because of her ability there, where she could take, where she could drain all of her opponent's power and whatever, right? And her special attack is good. Her stats are good to the point where she could actually help out her teammates indirectly. It's amazing! Wow! Yeah, it's almost like that's what I want out of each card.
Scorpion.
Now we got Scorpion. His heavy attack, bleeding, you could take advantage of that, like with his with his heavy. Like you could take advantage of that. And then also when you use like his flip kick, which causes burn, it's actually amazing, right? Like you using his heavy attack with the burn, you know, even if they block it, it's like, okay, you're still losing damage for free. Like I don't really care, right? Because they get burned and bleed. Now imagine pairing him with like the Arkham Knight Catwoman. Oh my god. I think I tried that once, and man, if he was a better card though, he actually would have been devastating with that. So yeah, I don't know, man.
Sinestro.
So Prime Sinestro, his ability's pretty good when they switch out. You know, he basically gets free power. You know, free power. It's actually really good. And his second attack drains, and it's pretty decently damaged as well. And then his first attack is actually like fairly powerful, especially for a bronze. Like it's actually not bad. He actually saved me sometimes when I had to use him as a challenge, right? Like, and in one of the challenges I had to use him only, and he actually saved the team sometimes, right? Because his basic attack actually interrupts pretty well. And his heavy attack is pretty decent too when it comes to the first range. I don't know, it's kind of weird to explain, but out of the first hit and the heavy attack, he's actually pretty good. It reaches pretty far for a heavy attack, so it's like, yeah, I mean, not bad, right? There's not really much to say because we're gonna go to the silver one, which is basically him but upgraded, right? So his second attack drains, Rise of Fear. It gets more out of the opponent. You know, his fear will rise, it gets more out of the opponent when they tag out. So literally a complete upgrade from the other one. Complete upgrade. And yeah, again, and he's pretty decent too. His basic attack is a good interrupting attack, just like the other one. And his heavy attack is the exact same. So yeah, he's just that fucking good. He's just really that good. I don't know what to tell you, you know? Or, well, he's not super good, but you know, for what he was, well, like when I had him, he was. Like, he actually does a decent amount to help. So now we have Solomon Grundy. Now, I never really liked his playstyle, unfortunately. I never really did. And, yeah, this guy is he's kind of, yeah, I don't know what to say. Honestly, the only good thing about him is his ability, right? When he dies, he gets 50% of his health back. So essentially, you have 150% health. So that's pretty good. That's really good. So that being said, oh, Grundle, his first attack is pretty decent damaging, but not really. It's actually like bad when you compare this. Hold on, 932. To Sinestro. Bronze Sinestro, I know that he's a rank more above, but that doesn't matter. That does 732. You know? That's pretty bad damage on his, like his, all Solomon Grundy's cards are horrible with damage. Horrible with damage. You know? Which I never understood. Because yes, I know that they have decent amount of health, but man, he just kind of has the Green Arrow curse, but he's not that bad. You know, he's not that bad. Solomon Grundy actually has some pretty like decent status effects with this stuff, right? and this one being like chance to stun. In my opinion, I hate it when second attacks are poorly damaged just so they could have the chance to stun status effect. I don't like that, and honestly, his is no exception, because when they block that, oh, you have done shit damage, and you didn't stun them, obviously, because they blocked. Oh well. So you literally wasted 2 power bars for nothing. Almost nothing. You would rather do 2 of these, essentially. Does more damage too. Yeah, so I don't know, man. I don't really like his playstyle, and I don't like his second attack all that much, if I'm being honest. Yeah, it's really bad. The only thing that's good about him, honestly, is his ability. That's it. That's really all. Next.
Solomon Grundy.
Death to Solomon Grundy. Now, Death and Decay. Not only does he do damage over time, but he also has a chance to decay a piece of gear, which is actually really crazy. And then also, what's crazy about this Solomon Grundy is that when he's in there, like when he's in the battlefield, the opponent cannot gain that much power. Like, he slows it down twice as much for them to get power, which is stupidly useful. Like, that is actually really useful. Pair him up with, what's her name? Pair him up with, like, Killer Frost and like Arkham Knight, Catwoman, and you got yourself a really decent card. Like, stupidly decent card. Oh my god. Oh lord. Oh, and then, like, also, that his whole ability could transfer over to his other Earth 2 teammates. That is crazy. That is insane. What? So, like, say if you have 2 other Earth 2 teammates, they will also have the same ability, like, when they're out, you know, they can have the same ability as Solomon Grundy, essentially. Earth 2 Solomon Grundy. That's insane to me, man. Like, honestly, he's actually a pretty damn good card, and his second attack is so good at damaging, actually. Like, so good. Attack after attack after attack. Now, that's what I'm talking about. This is actually a pretty decent Solomon Grundy. I love him. He's actually good. But again, unfortunately, he's still cursed with the horrible play style that plagues Solomon Grundy. Now, I'm gonna sound crazy saying this. Solomon Grundy. It's actually better. He's actually better than his silver counterpart, I just realized. Or not just realized, I realized this a while back. Because, although he has the same concept, right? 25% of his health is brought back when he dies instead of 50%. Obviously, because it's the silver one, right? But his second attack, even if they block it, does poison over time. That is much better than the other one's stupid stun attack. This one wins because of that. Because of the poison over time. You know? Instead of that stupid one where, oh, if you block it, you know, like, oh, if you block his attack, then he can no longer stun. Well, if you still block his attack, he can still poison. So, and his poison is actually pretty decent too. It does a decent amount of damage. Again, pair him up with another damage over time character, and this one is actually pretty damn decent. You could use him to stall, essentially. You know, you could actually use him to stall out. So yeah. He may not be the best card, but he's, in my opinion, definitely better than the silver one. Definitely better. So yeah, because of that. So yeah, I actually used to like the silver one better, but nah, man, the Redeem one is actually kind of underrated, even though he's a bronze. You know, that's insane to me. That's insane. Anyways, moving on. Static Shock, one of the best characters in here, and like, honestly, I'm so happy that they have him in the mobile version. Yeah, if you guys don't know, they have mobile exclusive characters here. Unfortunately, he was not in the console one. This guy is awesome. So let's just take a look, right? For his ability, he cannot get power drained. Awesome enough, right? And then you also look at the fact that after